Alright, hello, it's me Smashinbob. How you doing? Yeah? And this will be results of my experience farm. So if you wanna watch the long setup video I did, it's my previous video. I forgot what I called it, so it doesn't matter. I'm just gonna go quickly through it because you can watch the video if you wanna know exactly, but it's implicit Ashen Woods, 5 additional shrines, beyond crafted on every map. This was the setup with the scarabs. Actually, it was a bit different. Right? It was like this. Okay, so it's Winged Abyss, Winged Divination, Winged Harbinger, and Winged Ambush. Don't. This is gilded, but it was winged. Okay, um, and this combined with all the skill points for Beyond, Shrines, Harbinger, etc. And we use Beyond in every map device. So what this gives us is a whole lot of experience, right? We have the Abyss stuff for experience, etc, etc. I explained that all in the first video. So these are the results, okay? And it's a bit, there's a lot to it. So first, let's go with the profits or lack of profits. Now, I knew going into this, there's not going to be any profits, that I will mostly just lose a lot of currency, and that was absolutely true. The investment was about 40 exalts, and I snapshotted this with excellence, and it's apparently around 20 exalts in this quad tash, in this tash tab. Um, so it was pretty shit, but whatever. We are here. We are here for the experience. We are here for the leveling. Okay. Now, one thing though that did surprise me quite a bit is this little segment here. So I got 2 pure exalt drops. These were not from the Harbinger. And this was the Harbinger drops. 19 ancient orbs, 14 exalt shards. So just to remind you, I have run 15 maps of winged Harbinger Scarab with all the Harbinger skill points and the Harbinger Sextant. Okay? And I got not even 1 exalt of shards and barely just 2 exalts worth of ancient orbs. Harbinger is just completely worthless. I mean, you would have to run like rusty scarabs to make it profitable or something. Alright, so let's get into the good stuff. Let's get into the good stuff. So, the experience. I started as a level 98 with 44% experience. Here is the experience I gained per map in percentage, right? As you see on the, on your character on the bottom. So as you can see, the average was about 7% experience per map. Some were 8, some were 6, but let's just say 7 on average. I needed 8 maps to reach level 99, and I ended up with like less than 1%. Okay. So, level 99, the first map, 4% experience. So obviously less because we now need more experience to get to level 100. And then unfortunately, map number 10, I have died. I died somewhat on the beginning or like halfway through, but I still managed to get 3% experience by the end of it. But then the next map, I died again. The first death was pretty stupid, and I really fucked that up. Like, it was really my mistake I died there. Second was corrupted blood. I didn't react fast enough. And then I realized, why the fuck don't I just not buy the jewel to get immunity to corrupted blood? So that's what I did. I'm now immune to corrupted blood. So yeah, that was my second death. So I was back to 0%. and true 0% because I literally died at the end of the map. It was the last Alva thing I went in, I died in it, and that was it, right? So at this point, as you can see here, I made a small change. The change was that until this point I have run the Wind Divination Scarab, and I have realized that I have only dropped 2 scout in like 10 maps, and that why the hell am I even having this? So what I did, I put the Bridge Scarab instead, and this is how the rest of the maps were played out. Alright. So the next map was 4% experience, so same as the first one. And then I made another change. So yeah, there's a lot of changes because I only had 4 maps left. I still haven't played the last map out, and this was a rather big change. Okay, so I wanted to try a different strategy. So I played out all of my Ashen Shrine ones, you know, but I was like, let me change the last 4 maps. I want to try something else. So the change was to use a Conqueror map. So the reason was because the Conqueror maps give 20% increased pack size applied to the whole map if you take this point. So I took out all of my shrine nodes out, and I took that node and a few other stuff. And another thing I did is I wall orbed every map until I got unidentified, because I also took out my shrine sextant to put in this, and that is 25% increased pack size in unidentified maps. So in total, that is 45% increased pack size by using an unidentified Conqueror map. And of course, I did roll Beyond before I corrupted it. So it is a Beyond map, unidentified Conqueror. And yes, if you use a wall orb and it goes unidentified, the mods will not change. So if you had Beyond on the map, you will still have it, okay? It does not change the mods, in case you didn't know. Alright, so I thought once I did this change, because I wanted to do like a bit different for the end, right? Once I do this change, that 45% increased pack size at every map will make a huge difference, right? But as you can see, the results were not that vastly different from the shrines. Now, unfortunately, I ripped on this too. Oopsie. But I feel like they would also be around the 4%, right? Especially because this one was 3 after like I already cleared like a third of it on a rip, right? So the average would be around 4. And once I did this change, I was expecting, okay, this is gonna be much more. This is gonna be like 5 or 6% per map. But it was actually, first map was just 3%. Second map was 5%, so this was okay. Maybe just the first map was shit. And the third map was again 4%. So not much difference to the shrines. Now there was another difference that I forgot to mention, and that is I completely forgot to horizon the maps before crafting them, so I ended up playing 2 ports and a Crimson Temple instead of Ashen Wood. So there might be some difference there as well in the map. These were the 2 ports. The first one was the Crimson Temple. So yeah, there can definitely be some difference maybe in the map choice as well. But I still don't think the difference is good enough compared to like the shrine, right? So yeah, it's about the same. So you might be thinking, how the hell 45% increased pack size applied to the entire map is the same amount of experience as, 7.5 shrines per map, right? Because with 5 shrines implicit, 1 extra from skill point, 1 extra from sextant, that's 7 shrines, and then 50% chance to get 1 more, so 7.5, right? And I think the major difference is obviously you would just get packs around each shrine, right? I don't know, what is it, like 3-4 packs of monsters, right? But you would also guarantee 1 magic pack on each shrine. It's always guaranteed, and that's 7.5 magic packs that you're missing every map. And magic packs, they give like 5 times more experience than normal packs or something like that. I don't know exactly, but they give a lot more experience. So I think that is why the unidentified beyond rolled Conqueror maps were not better in terms of experience. They were definitely much better in terms of loot. On all of these 3 maps, I have portaled with 2.5 full inventories, where on average on Ashenwood I usually like 1.5 inventory worth of loot. So definitely the pack size added a lot more loot, but because we lost all of those magic packs from the shrines, we did not actually get much more experience. The experience seems to be the same. Or maybe even if the Conqueror, because I haven't really played that much more map to kind of get an average result, maybe if it's better by 1% or something, I still don't think it's that big of a difference compared to the shrines. So yeah, there you have it. That's the end result. I still have 1 more map to play out. I just wanted to keep it so I can show you, the setup and all the changes that went through. And yeah, there it is. So if you are annoyed of AFKing in 5 waves or doing pure bridgestones rotations and you want to level up in a more inefficient way, then this is the way. Now obviously I could have also put delirium orbs on the maps, but I didn't. I didn't want to make the maps too rippy, because obviously if you're leveling, dying is generally something you want to avoid. So yeah, and this is also one benefit of the shrines. They do give you buffs, so it's more likely you will stay alive. So yeah, I'm all done for the shrines, and I'm definitely not gonna do another set of these. It's way too expensive, and the maps also take a long time. I think on average I needed 20 minutes for each map, which was mostly due to the abysses taking an enormous amount of time. But also everything else, Alvas and the King Harbingers. I think if you're looking for like a good low budget experience value, I think the shrines are probably the best, and like nothing particularly else. If you were to use just a normal map with domination in map device for 3 additional shrines, the Shrine Sextant, which is super cheap, and you get 1 more shrine from the skill points, that's 5 shrines every map, possibly 6, and I think that would probably be not the most effective way, but probably the most enjoyable, because the shrines don't take that much more time on the map, so you're not wasting a whole lot of time doing the map, adding those shrines in. Hunting abysses is very time consuming, and beyond is also probably very good, but I think domination would just make much more sense because also you get the shrine buffs and you don't have to deal with beyond monsters, right? So yeah, I think that's what I would recommend for the budget version, and that's probably something I'm gonna test next. I'm gonna try to play like a set of domination, like low investment domination stuff, and see how much experience can I get per map. And yeah, that's my next plan. Alright, well, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video and whatever. Bye bye.